Confucius and the profound lessons from the bamboo. In the early morning mist, as the sun timidly peeked over distant mountains, Confucius and his disciples strolled along a narrow winding path through the forested hills. The sweet melodies of birds echoed in harmony with the soft whispers of the breeze, crafting a natural symphony welcoming the dawn. They had walked for days, their feet weary, but their eyes sparkled with anticipation of the wisdom their great teacher would share. As they arrived at a serene bamboo grove, Confucius stopped abruptly. He lifted his gaze to admire the tall, straight bamboo stalks, their green sheen swaying gently with the wind. The rustling leaves sounded like the whispers of nature itself, beckoning them to pause and listen. With a wave of his hand, he gestured for his disciples to sit and said softly, "Sit here, my students. Today, I will teach you an important lesson, and our teacher is the bamboo before us." The disciples obediently sat, their eyes fixed on Confucius. He gazed at the bamboo for a long moment, his expression contemplative. Before he began, "Look closely at these bamboo trees. Do you notice anything remarkable about them?" One disciple eagerly responded, "Master, the bamboo is tall and lush all year round. It gives a sense of freshness and tranquility." Confucius smiled gently. "Indeed, but the bamboo's true beauty is not just in its appearance. It carries profound lessons about how we should live. Let me share them with you." He stepped closer to a stalk of bamboo, lightly running his hand over its smooth, green surface. "First, consider why bamboo is hollow inside. A bamboo stalk is not solid but empty. This simplicity is its strength. The hollowness allows it to be light, flexible, and unyielding in the face of storms." He turned back to face his disciples, his gaze piercing yet kind, his voice deepening with meaning. "So too must you be. If you keep your hearts humble and refrain from being overconfident in what you know, you will be like the bamboo, always ready to receive new knowledge. But if you think you already know everything, you become like a cup already full, no more can be added. Remember, the wise never cease to learn." His words flowed like a cool spring, refreshing the spirits of his students. Yin Hui, the contemplative one, lowered his head in silent reflection, recalling moments when pride in his knowledge had closed his mind to learning. A newfound lightness filled his heart, as if he had shed an invisible burden. Confucius continued walking among the bamboo until he stopped before a younger plant. Pointing to the distinct nodes along its stalk, he asked, "Notice that bamboo does not grow continuously but develops one segment at a time. Why do you think this is?" One disciple thought for a moment before replying, "Master, it's the way of nature for bamboo to grow like this. But what does it teach us?" Confucius nodded, a satisfied smile crossing his face. "Because it grows in stages. Bamboo becomes strong and resilient. If it were to stretch out rapidly without these foundations, it would break under the slightest pressure. Similarly, as you aspire to grow, you must do so steadily and with a firm base. If you rush to achieve too much too soon, you will be like a house built on sand, destined to collapse." The teacher's words resonated like the wind among the bamboo, stirring something profound within the disciples. Zilu, often impulsive and impatient, felt as if these words were meant directly for him. He looked at Confucius with newfound respect and a quiet determination to change. At that moment, A strong gust of wind swept through the grove, causing the bamboo stalks to bend deeply under its force. The disciples watched in awe, expecting the slender plants to snap. But as the wind subsided, the bamboo straightened again, standing tall as if untouched. Confucius smiled at their astonishment. When faced with adversity, how do you respond? Do you resist stiffly? Or do you adapt like the bamboo? He paused, his gaze steady, letting his words sink in. The bamboo does not try to resist the wind. Instead, it bends to lessen the strain. This flexibility is its strength. You too must learn to be adaptable. Rigidity often leads to downfall, but flexibility allows you to endure and overcome. To be gentle does not mean to be weak. It is a different kind of strength. When you master adaptability, no hardship can defeat you. His wisdom illuminated their minds like a shaft of sunlight breaking through the bamboo canopy. Each student, from the quick-witted Zhigung to the reflective Yan Hui, sat in silence, absorbing the profound simplicity of their master's teachings. Confucius then turned his attention to a dense clump of bamboo growing tightly together. Notice how bamboo never grows alone. It thrives in clusters, supporting one another. Why do you think that is? A disciple replied hesitantly, because by growing together, they shield each other from the wind and storms. Confucius nodded approvingly. Exactly. Unity is their strength. Humans, too, cannot stand alone. You must support and rely on one another. If you stand united, you will be like this grove of bamboo, resilient against any challenge. But if you separate and divide, you will be like scattered stalks, easily broken. Remember, the greatest strength lies in harmony. Zhigung subtly nodded, reflecting on moments when he had let selfishness guide him rather than helping his companions. He resolved to change, to foster greater connection and solidarity with his peers. Finally, Confucius knelt near the base of a bamboo stalk, brushing aside the soil to reveal its intricate web of roots. Even as the bamboo grows tall, its roots remain firmly anchored in the earth. This is why it stands steadfast against the strongest winds. Likewise, no matter how high you rise, never forget your roots, your family, your origins, and the values that nurture you. His voice softened with emotion, his gaze distant, as if recalling his own beginnings. If you forget where you come from, you will be like bamboo uprooted from the earth, unable to survive. True success is only meaningful when accompanied by gratitude. The sun had climbed higher, its golden rays filtering through the bamboo leaves, casting shimmering patterns on the ground. The disciples sat in reflective silence, their hearts filled with a mixture of reverence and understanding. The lessons of the bamboo, though simple, had stirred something deep within each of them. Yan Hui rose first, bowing deeply to Confucius, his voice trembling with sincerity. Master, today's lesson will remain with us for life. This humble bamboo has taught us invaluable truths about living and being human. Confucius smiled, his eyes shining with quiet pride. Good. But remember, understanding the lesson is only the beginning. The true challenge lies in living by it. Be like the bamboo, humble, patient, flexible, united, and always rooted in gratitude. The group rose to their feet, their spirits renewed, ready to continue their journey. As they walked away from the grove, The image of the bamboo stayed with them, not just as a part of nature, but as a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and grace. In its unassuming way, the bamboo had become a silent teacher, guiding them on their path to becoming better individuals.